What's going on, guys? Welcome back to NFTyou. This is your friendly neighborhood FUD fighter, Michael T. Ragland, coming at you again. And yo, today I brought the whole squad with me. Before I introduce these two guys that you've probably seen on videos before, today we're gonna be talking about LooksRare. It's been on fire lately. It may be a real competitor to Opensea. We're also gonna jump in, and apparently Nas Drop broke Royal.io. So we're gonna dive into that, and then we're actually gonna go in and talk about Cryptoskulls as well. Yeah, a lot of us are a bit salty because we didn't get in early enough on that one. But without further ado, I might just throw it over to Dan. Man, what's been up with you?
I was surprised if you're actually going to let us talk tonight, mate, but wouldn't be any different. Nah. Sweet, yeah, so in a minute I'm going to talk about the LooksRare stuff, and I think it's really exciting because I think the whole base of NFT, and I'll give you an example. If you go to a Discord and there's not a community there, you probably leave that Discord. And the whole base of LooksRare is talking about community and building that and giving back to the people that use their platform. So a little snippet there, we'll dig in a minute. But yeah, Luke, what's going on your side?
I've been eyeing off this Nas Drop, which everyone was very excited about, but unfortunately didn't go as planned. So I'm going to share a little bit more about that in a second.
Just really quickly, does any NFT drop go as planned these days? Any big ones?
Never. I'd be surprised. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just thinking about a lot of them. I wouldn't even get into it, but most of them don't. Sometimes that can be a good thing, but we're not going to bore you guys. We want to give you immense value straight away. So I think the first thing we're going to do, since this Nas drop is actually kind of fresh, I'm going to kick it over and give the screen over to Luke, and I'm going to let him do his thing on the Nas drop.
Yeah, so what you can see up here on the screen is exactly what everyone who was trying to mint Nas NFTs, I think it was early this morning, about 5 a.m. Australian time. That's what they saw when they tried to mint. Royal posted a series of tweets when they first noticed there was a problem. They basically posted, it's going to be relaunched at 1:30 again, and then it's going to be relaunched. We're just working on it. It's definitely going to be relaunched at 1:30, and then came back to, hey, we're actually postponing this drop until the 20th, and everybody's going to hold tight. Having a little bit of a look through some of the kind of comments around this drop, you can kind of see it actually wasn't that negative. This particular one here, and I think it's really important. I mean, if anyone who follows Nas knows a little bit about him, he definitely is a really iconic kind of figurehead for the Black community. He definitely inspires a lot of people to sort of better their lives and show them that they can actually make something of their lives. And I think for a lot of people that really held strong even in this drop. So even though things didn't go to plan, he still was able to sort of maintain that, hey, it's okay, it's Nas, they're going to figure it out. And this comment here kind of sums it up a little bit. I'll just refrain from the swear word, but it said, do you know how big this effort is in the hood? That want a piece but need resources. He also broke the site. Salute, King. I thought that was pretty cool. That's a lot of recognition for a guy who just broke the internet, and people couldn't buy what they wanted to buy. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I just want to throw something in there as well. I just thought about something that I heard that was said in our comments that I saw before. Like, shout out to Michael Williams, who commented that it wasn't actually new songs. It was actually a couple of tracks from the King's Disease 1 and 2. So he wasn't actually giving you the royalties off that new stuff, which I'm like, it's interesting. I think he's just kind of testing water, so it's not new material. These albums have already came out, and he's just giving you a way to kind of interact with them. But just like you said, and just like that we saw in that tweet that you showed, he is supporting the community and doing some super dope stuff for us in that space. We're definitely going to keep you guys up to date on what happens with that drop and everything around it as well. Luke, do you have anything else you want to share around that, man?
Yeah, just around that drop. I mean, just one thing I wanted to share is Nas is actually one of the investors in the platform Royal. Royal's owned by Justin Blau, is that how you say it? Blau, who is the DJ, along with the Chainsmokers and Kygo. He was one of the investors in that. So I think there was a total of $55 million or something invested into this platform. So it's pretty amazing. He's got a lot of faith in this platform, so I know they're going to get it right. And I did say in the last video, I was pretty confident that it was going to go well, just based on the fact that Nas was working with them. As Dan said, not all NFT drops, probably a lot of them don't go too well at the moment, but that's okay. It's still a new space, but I have faith in this. There's a lot of big people behind this. He did a lot of community building, not that he really needs to, but before this drop, in particular, one of the latest things on Twitter, obviously everyone knows about, is Spaces, and he actually he was in a space with the Royal team, talking with fans as well, which was really, really cool. And you could tell the excitement on people when they actually got to speak and actually, converse with Nas. So people have a lot of belief in him, and I don't really think the failed drop is really going to deter people from wanting these NFTs, because they've got some great utility to them, as we shared last time, and I honestly think it's still going to be a hit. So let's hold out until the 20th of Jan and see what happens, huh?
Yeah.
You posted that what was the 55 million? Was that how much they invested or how much they raised? What was that number there?
I think that was an investment.
It's interesting when we look back at it. Yeah, they'd raised 55 million. Do you know Opensea in the last week on one day raises $60 million in profit from their 2.5% royalties? Like, it is the industry is huge.
All right, we've already established that Opensea can raise $60 million in a day in these freaking fees that they charge us, but they can't actually go in and fix their servers to make it a lot better and more enjoyable for its users. So Dan, is there any competition out there for those guys at the moment?
Yeah, certainly is, and they're the new kids on the block. Now, please no one fact check me on the 60 million. I will double check after we've finished recording this video, but I'm 99% sure it was over $60 million the other day. And because they have a lot of volume coming through, they plan to make community at the basis of everything. So if we jump across their website, looksrare.org, we can see a very simple UI at the moment, which is great. But basically you see across the top section, you can have explore, collections, and rewards. So a lot of people straight away, and this is what happened to OpenDAO or the SOS token recently as well, where a lot of people got their rewards and then they dumped it straight away. And I think that's going to be a mistake for this one here, because there's great staking rewards this time. So what are we looking at? We're looking at currently 920 APR, which is great. I've already got some staking there from rewards that I had as well. But the big thing that we want to think about and look at is that you are incentivized to use their platform. They've already got multiple different collections verified. If we scroll down, Meebits, Loot, Terraforms, Parallel, Board Bunny. Do we talk about Board Bunny? Yeah. Bored Ape Yacht Club. So they've already got multiple different people verified, and I'm seeing a trend on Twitter where big NFT collections like Journey is saying, LooksRare has managed to verify my account already. OpenSea, they've got thousands of ETH coming through. Like, the floor price for Journey at the moment was something like 2.5. Like, that's insane, and they can't be verified. Like, there's so many fakes. I just don't get what OpenSea is doing there.
Does anybody know what the requirements are to verify on OpenSea?
Well, yeah, you have to submit a form, and it's subject to their choice. And there's a clause there that says they might not approve you if it's a derivative or something like that as well, which is great, good on them. But it was 100 ETH in volume, or you have over 50,000 followers on Instagram or Twitter.
And a lot of these guys have both. So.
Dude, they're verified on Twitter. They've got more than, like, Journey. I can't remember how many followers he has on Twitter, but it was insane. Like,
yeah, Luke, what do you think? Do you think this is going to be competition for OpenSea at all?
Well, look, I know OpenSea's kind of had the market for a long time now, and that's where kind of innovation comes from. People kind of see what doesn't work, and that's where these new things come out, and they fix those problems that the people that kind of think that they're going to have that market forever don't bother fixing. So I think it's actually really cool.
Dan, can you show us some more bells and whistles in this thing?
Yeah, I'll try. Journey has 137,000 followers.
Huge.
And like, I wish I could have the time to look at his actual volume and traffic. But yeah, all right. So let's dig in, explore. A lot of people were praising that on the collections praise, and I don't think it's that bigger, that they have the floor price along here. And I'm pretty sure OS does it as well. But there was a few people that were getting pretty excited about that. One thing that people were kind of using against the OpenSea advocates was this statistic here by DapRaider. And they were saying that LooksRare already has more volume in 24 hours than OpenSea. Now, the thing that I want people to look at here, yeah, that's right. The thing that I want people to look at here, and
I get it already.
Yeah,
go ahead.
For the past 24 hours. But the thing that we look at right here is we look at the average price was $107,000 per trade.
Okay.
Now that doesn't check out, so I reckon there's some data that's not being pulled correctly there. Whereas you look at OpenSea, it's 887, Magic Eden 230. What do we got? NBA Top Shot 1689. Yeah. So I feel like some data's not being pulled correctly there. But I saw that screenshot getting circulated on Twitter and people trying to use it against people that were for OpenSea.
Here's my question there with that. What if that price is not a price can't be right? Because what I've seen, it's a lot of like blue chip projects there, like your apes, Bored Apes, your mutant apes. It's crypto.
Yep.
Do they have the crypto punks there yet at all, or no? The
Funks, but we've got the Pepsi Doodles, Decentraland, Cool Cats. Like, they're smart, man. They're going to approve the ones that people think they should have already approved. Like Luke was saying, they're going to fix all the little issues. But the biggest thing they're doing at the moment is they'll tweet when there's an issue. They'll be in the Discord active when there's an issue. They'll post about things and what they're working on. And if you do that, you're going to have people on board, and you're going to have people that want to, invest in your platform.
Yeah, it's just like anything. Like if any service that you use, if you can't engage with the people that are running it, I feel like someone like myself, I'm not that inclined to use it. I mean, if you can't get support or questions answered, that's why things like this do really, really well, because like the people who run it are engaged. I mean, it's super, super important in this day and age, and people expect immediate responses. I mean, that's how the world is these days. We expect immediate parcel deliveries. Everything's immediate. So if these people are engaged, they're gonna smash Opensea.
And they're doing the right thing too. They're pulling in the big projects and those big influencers as well. So really, because think about it, like a part of my confluence for trading is like, oh, is somebody from BC holding one? Is somebody interested? Or are they following them? That's all it takes, right? So I think they're gonna be big competition. I think only time will tell. With the rewards mechanism, I see people kind of gamifying that as well. I've seen people talk about watch sales, which we won't get into in this video. So there's a lot of things to kind of get through as roadblocks, but literally the whole day they're up. Yesterday, OpenSea had we're under maintenance tab up for the whole day. So that boded well for LooksRare. Dan, what else did you want to share with us on here?
This is the last one. So this is their token price. I managed to snap some up like $1.30. It was like right down here that I managed to hit some up. Oh, like $1.50, yeah. So I got pretty lucky there. But it's interesting. We kind of come to a little bit of a wall here. But this is typical, man. When a token gets released, that it goes up, everyone sells off, and then people go, oh, a little bit of fear, and then go, no, it's not going any higher. And we see this bounce here. So it's ascending at the moment, so we'll see. But I reckon at 3 tops here, we might see how it goes.
Nah, that's insane. Like, we're definitely going to keep you guys up to date with what's happening with those projects, though. What we want to do now, we want to talk about some newer projects, and it's like a new old project that apparently that was found out there as well on the internet. This is one called Cryptoskulls. So I just want to quickly take you through a few things on this one. So like I said before, all it takes is one influencer to kind of talk about a project to get that thing to roll. So looking at Gary V tweeting out at 3 a.m. his time last night about a 3 a.m. discovery, found an older project, found Cryptoskulls. We seen that thing like take off like a rocket right after that. And if you look at it, this is earlier on Twitter, where it was that morning before Gary V discovered in quotation marks, by the way, it was at 0.05 and now the floor is at 0.6. But Gary V didn't take all the credit for it. He actually shouted out the guy who discovered it in some other tweets as well. But what we found in there, from a bit of digging around, I know it was a bunch of people talking about it and saying there was some interesting stuff happening with that drop. Dan, did you want to fill us in on some of the things that were going on with the Cryptoskulls drop yesterday?
Yeah, it was interesting because I looked through the listing, kind of see what things are getting listed for or what prices, and I kept on seeing, and whenever I see someone verified, and everyone does this, they click on the verified link to see who it is, and it was actually the Cryptoskulls verified account. So I looked there, and they had hundreds still sitting in their account. I think that's what people were a little bit concerned about. But then when I looked through, they're actually listing them and kind of setting the price that they list them for. So here we can see 3 hours ago, 0.79. This is, I'm not going to click on it right now because we'll change the page, of course, but that is their verified account. So that's where they're coming from. 12 hours ago, roughly 12 hours ago, they were listing for 0.6. So they're kind of following the price up as they go. And it's interesting. This is NFT, so this is the wild wide west. So you can do whatever you want. Like, there's no rules about this sort of stuff. So I'm not against them doing this. That's totally up to them. This is a project that launched years ago.
Yep.
This isn't something that they built a community around, an amazing drop, an amazing launch, they have all this stuff happening. No. This is a guy that got lucky again because of someone making a tweet who don't know about that, but
yeah, somebody dug in and found it. But now that I think about it, like it's no rules against that, right? Because what he's doing is controlling the floor price of his asset. Until regulation comes in and says you can't do that, like why wouldn't you? I've seen HateB said that they're gonna come in and try to keep their price above 2 ETH by buying everything off the floor. They had like a vote in their Discord to see did they want to do that, and people were like, hell yeah, do that, because they want to keep the price up. So it's the wild wild west right now. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just think it's super interesting to find those old projects like a Cryptoskulls and somebody digs it up. Gary Vaynerchuk hears about it, he talks about it, all the influencers catch on, and the price shoots through the roof. Like, I'd be super surprised in the next couple of days, keep an eye on the charts to see can that sustain. Luke, do you think something like this can sustain like the pump, or will it just be like a quick run up and a dump? What do you think?
I don't know if it's going to be something similar to like Dogecoin or something like that. I think, I'm seeing some tweets here. I'm just having a look. This guy's like, well, I was not expecting to wake up to see Cryptoskulls pumping ever, in brackets. This is mine. Got it about 7 months ago. So people are pretty stoked, right? They invested in this theme, probably didn't think it was going to do so well. I mean, I don't know. It just kind of seems like maybe it's going to spike for a little bit. The actual kind of utility as far as the game and stuff goes looks okay. I don't think it's anything special, but hey, it's worth a little bit.
Nah, legit, guys. We won't hold you too much longer there, guys. Do you have anything else you want to share before we get out of here today?
Nah, I'm just annoyed I didn't get one. That's all.
And I'm hanging out for that Nas drop.
Yeah, he's hanging out for the Nas drop. What I will do though, I got to do what we call the church announcements at the end. So don't forget, we do have an actual book out. We wrote the book on NFTs. So it's called the NFT Handbook from Idea to Launch. It's available on Amazon right now. The link is down below. Also, shout out to people in the comments that are responding, to all the people that are watching the videos so far. Like, I didn't think we'd get traction this quick. So it's one of those things that we're always trying to keep you guys up to date with all the information out there in the NFT space. So feel free to drop those projects in the comments. Like, feel free to give us whitelist spots for our audience as well, because we definitely want to do that to add more value as we go. And if you got any amount of value from this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, because we're going to keep pumping out this content, guys. Until next time, it's your friendly neighborhood flood fighter Michael T. Ragland signing off, and my main man, no nickname, Dan, and Worldwide Webs. We out.
Thanks, guys.
Peace, guys.